Okay, today we're going to do 7 for applications of linear systems. So your assignment is really short. I'm going to do 3 examples that are very similar to the problems that you do because this can get a little hard. You not only have to solve the systems of equations, but you have to come up with them as well. Okay, so I'll try to walk you through them. This first one, John and Matt bought some pens and pencils. John bought 3 pens and 4 pencils for $4.46. Matt bought 5 pens and 3 pencils for $6.26. Write a system of equations and solve for the price of a pencil and a pen. Okay, so when we do this, our first equation has to do with John here. Okay, we're just dealing with this. So let's say A stands for pens, we'll just do that, and B stands for pencils. Because you have to know what you're dealing with here. So 3 pens, we don't know how much they are, so it'd just be 3 times A, depending on how much they are, plus 4 pencils, 4 times B, equals $4.46. Because we know he spent $4.46. He bought 3 pens at some price and 4 pencils at some price, and that's what we have to find. So that's the first equation. The second equation is for Matt, and he has 5 pens, 3 pencils for $6.26. So we have 5 pens plus 3 pencils equals $6.26. So those are our 2 equations, okay? Now you can solve this any way you want. Since this one, I would probably do elimination on this just because neither of them are solved, and it just seems to be the easiest. I don't care how you do it. Whatever you want to do, okay? But on this, I'm going to go, on this one you have to multiply by both, okay? Now, if you wanted to like solve for A and then plug in, you could do that as well if you want to do substitution. But I'm just going to do elimination. So I'm going to pick the 4 and the 3 to become the same. Okay, so I'm going to multiply this by -3 and this one by 4. Okay, so this becomes, let me make sure that's what I did in my notes so I can, well, I'll just use my calculator. Okay, so -9 minus 12b equals, and then 4.46 times -3 is -13.38. And then over here, oh, this is 9a, I forgot my a. This is 20a plus 12b equals 6.26 times 4, which is 25.04. And then we're just going to add them together. Okay, so we're left with 11a equals 25.04 minus 13.38 is 1166. Divide by 11. So A, which are the pens, equals $1.06. So each of them are $1.06. And then we have to figure out how much our pencils are. Okay, so we plug that back into one of them. It doesn't matter which one. So 3 times 1.06 plus 4b equals 4.46. Okay, so 1.06 times 3. So this is 3.18 plus 4b equals 4.46. So then we're going to have to subtract the 3.18, subtract the 3.18. So 4b equals, so 4.46 minus 3.18, which is equal to $1.28, or 1.28 I should say, divided by 4, because we're going to end up dividing by 4. I'm running out of room. Okay, well, it's 0.32, which is 32 cents. So your pencils are 32 cents, and that's what it's asking. Okay, pencils are 32 cents, and pens are $1.06. Okay, so you set them up and solve. That would not be a good one to graph, because it'd be hard to come across 1.06. Okay. Okay, this next one, you have $26 in your bank account. You deposit $12.50 per week. Your friend has $308 in his account, but withdraws $11 per week. Okay, when your accounts have the same balance. Okay, so there's a few things we have to come up with. We have to come up with our equations. Okay, so this is you. and you start with $26. So no matter what, you have 26, but then you add, deposit means you add it if you don't have bank accounts yet. You add $12.50 per week. So that's your variable, that per week. Remember, that's always multiplying right there. And then your friend they have $308, but your friend does not have a job and they keep spending money. So they're taking out $11 per week. Okay? So the question is, when will your accounts have the same balance? So when are they equal to each other? Okay? Well, this one is nice and neat, and you can just substitute this in right here. You can just say, when is this equation equal to the other equation? Okay, or you can just call this is the same as the substitution method. Okay? So we have this. So let's add our 11x. Now we're just solving for x. Add 11x. Okay, so we have 308 equals 26 plus, 23.50x. Now we're going to subtract 26. So 308 minus 26 is 282. Equals 23.50x. So 282 divided by 23.5 is going to give you 12. Okay, so that means that in 12, I should write that, 12 weeks, you'll have the same amount. Okay, so then part B says, well, how much money will each of you have at 12 weeks? So basically that just means if you plug it in, how much will you have? So you can plug it in either one because you're going to have the same amount. It doesn't matter which equation, if it's you or your friend, because you should have the same amount. So whichever one you pick is fine. I don't care which one you do. Okay, so we have 308 minus 11 times 12. So you should both end up with $176 at 12 weeks. Okay? Okay, last one. You and your friend are starting a video game download business. To start, you invest $600 and it will cost you $9 per game for advertisement. You will sell the downloads for $1.50 each. How many games must you sell to break even? So the first things you need is you need an equation that tells you there are different ways to do this, but since we're dealing with systems, that's how I'm going to do it. Since we want to know how much it's going to cost, okay, so money going out, okay, so like the investment, your expenses, I can't think of the word, the cost or the expense, okay? That's one equation. Your next equation is going to be how much you earn or your profit, okay? Well, might not necessarily be your profit yet, but how much you get, okay? So your first one, your cost right here, well, it's going to cost you $600 plus 9 cents per game. Or not 9 cents, 90 cents. Sorry, 90 cents per game, so X. Okay, so that's your first equation. Your second equation is just that you're going to make $1.50 each. $1.50 each game. Okay, so it says how many games must you sell to break even? That's another way of saying equal, like in the one before. So basically, it's just saying how much will it cost, or how many games must you sell for your cost to equal your earnings? Okay, so then you just set them equal to each other. 1.50x or 1.5x, it's the same thing, equals 600 plus 90x. I think I said 9. Okay, now so we're going to subtract the 0.9x, subtract the 0.9x. Okay, whoops, hold on. So we have what? 1.5 minus 0.9. So we have 60 cents or 0.6x equals 600. Divide by 0.6. X equals what? Is that 1,000, I think? Yeah. So X equals 1,000, but 1,000 what? What are we dealing with? It says how many games. So you would have to sell 1,000 games in order to get your money back. Okay, so to me, I'm thinking you need to charge more. Okay, so that is it.